Okay guys, I'm going to try this again. Turns out, got to turn the damn camera on. I already put the linkage in. Got to watch on these seals. The groove in here, that goes to the inside. Inside, take about 3/4 inch socket, drive it in, seat it. A little bit with some Vaseline, put the shaft in. Move this down a little bit. When you put the nut on, put just a little dab of red Loctite on it. It's good safety. Okay. Oh. Second gear band adjuster. Always start your nut from the inside. That way you're not going to bugger up this rubber seal. Stick that in. And we'll go over to, yeah. Now we'll go over to the second gear band. And I'd already put in, I love E-levers with a Sonnax R servo. Move this around a little bit here. Do a little explaining here. Hopefully you can see that. It'll be pretty close. Okay. This is a Sonnax R servo. You don't need this O-ring on here. And they come with a rubber O-ring here and a Teflon seal here. You don't need them. The engineers over-engineered this. The only thing they screwed up on, this ring groove on the large piston that needs to be cut 7 to 10 thou deeper. Because otherwise the piston will stick in the bore. And you may be able to get it to work when you first put it together, but I'll guarantee you after 2 weeks of running, you'll need 2 pry bars to pry this piston out of the case. Another thing, the springs that come with the Sonnax R servo, you take the heaviest one that comes with the kit, and, I gotta use that paper, there it is. This is the part number. This gets you back up to what Ford used for a spring, the .143 thou diameter wire. You use this spring and that spring, and that gets you up to the actual installed pressure what Ford used in all their heavy duty applications. Because this will give you an installed height pressure of 60 psi. Okay, let me throw some gloves on, throw a little lube in here. We used to drive the secretaries nuts at work there because we'd send them out, need Vaseline and foot powder spray. And they're going, what the hell are you guys doing in the back in the dealership there? Well, the trick is, if you get that white foot spray that comes in an aerosol can, you clean something off and you spray that stuff on and let it dry. That will detect a leak just slicker than hell. That's back together, that's back together. That's got lube on it, this got lube on it. Okay. I like to use guide pins for doing this. It just makes life so much simpler. Now I got slippery stuff all over my hands again. Sucks getting old, I'll tell you guys. going up here. Use these guide bolts for the pump. 2 more bolts. Okay. That'll be good. I'll run a torque wrench over that later. Okay. Next step. Let's drop all the internals in this thing. Seen this before in another video how it's done, but I'll show it to you again. Make sure the sucker's in park, so that keeps the output shaft from turning. This is where you stand a chance of pinching your fingers. Perfect. Now we're going to check. A little closer, maybe. Okay. Do a little check here to see what thrust washer we're going to need. That should be, actually, I bet you we'll be setting up, we'll check it with the dial indicator when we're finished here, but I'm betting that we'll be at 25 thou. More Vaseline. Let's lube where the pump O-ring's going to go. Okay. Pump seal, or pump gasket. I screwed up there somewhere. Missed. What's going on? Oh, no. Fine. Okay. If you catch me talking to myself, that's because I'm looking for expert advice. Pump O-rings been Vaseline put on it too. Makes everything slide together nice. Perfect. Oh, shit. Got ahead of myself there. Didn't put the pump band in. Or the second gear band in. It's been soaking in oil. Well. Okay. I put the band strips. Okay, let's put the pump open there. Okay. Stuff gets moved around the jewel box on the bench. And it's something hiding underneath a spare rag you got sitting there. Maybe turn this a little bit so you see what's going on. Okay, put these band strips. There's a little tab in the center of the band. You can make sure these band strips get on that little tab. or the heat tank. And just put these back in just tight enough to, you don't want too tight because you want that pump, everything to be able to center with the pump. Okay, now we'll drop the pump in. On the alignment dowels, make sure no guesswork. Down. And just look for your hands. Just touch it a little bit. Take this out. I can get out of the gloves now. They're all clean now. I start them a couple threads just to make sure that the pump is actually really aligned. One more. Okay. Okay. Might as well do end play first here. Okay. This in. Indicator. Okay. This in here. This in here like so. Twist that one a little bit. And get this right. Okay. Down. We'll zero that puppy. And I don't have my glasses on, so I'm guessing that's zero right there. Okay. There's the primer. See what we got for end plate. 20 saddle bang on the nose. I'll call that good. Okay. Next. Second tier band adjustment. Another little trick I do. If you look, I put a little cut across the end of that stud. There's a little cut across it, so it's easy to count. You'll get mixed up. Torque test, 120 inch-pounds. One time. And you're going to back her off. Turn it in half. That little slot comes in handy because that way you can see exactly which way it's pointing. And we're turning half out. One and a half. And tighten her up. Okay, that's good. I don't bother even air pressure checking because with Teflon sealing rings and they're all stuck in the grooves with Vaseline, it ain't gonna air pressure check. That's why I do all the air pressure checking on a stator before they're put together and everything. I've been building these things for 45 years. Click the like button, subscribe if you haven't to. Thanks guys, I enjoy doing these videos for you. Hopefully this one turned out, you son of a bitch. Okay, thank you, good night.